Hello guys, it's Jade or Jaded Wave, whatever you want to call me. Today I'm filming a video to answer all the questions that I received from my 300 subscriber Q&A video. First off, I'm really thankful for all of your questions and for the feedback I received because I had asked if anyone had wanted to see the video and then people commented questions, so obviously they did want to see a video. I'm really sorry that it's been about 2 weeks since I posted that video asking questions. I just never had a good time to film, but today was perfect because everyone is out of the house. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. First question from Tuna Sub. I'd love to see a Q&A video. My question is, what is your favorite Shonen Jump manga? Mine would have to be One Punch Man. Well, that's a great choice because I love One Punch Man, but my favorite Shonen Jump manga is Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. Next comment from RemmerDT. Shonen, shoujo, or seinen? I prefer shonen personally since it's what I grew up with. How long have you been collecting for? I've been collecting for just over a year now. Favorite manga artist? Mine is Makoto Yukimura. That's actually a really hard question for me. I love shonen, shoujo, and seinen manga, but in order to choose, I'll just say what I read the most of, and that is definitely shoujo manga. I've been collecting manga for, I think, 3 years now. And your last question was favorite manga artist. I actually have a lot of manga artists that I love personally, but to be specific, I'm gonna name 5 of them that I love especially. The first one is Ayao Sakisaka, who created Aohara Ride and Strobe Edge. She usually specializes in shoujo manga. I love her art style. I love the way that she draws characters. I love how fluffy and sweet and light her art looks. My second favorite would have to be Inio Asano, who created Oyasumi Punpun, Nijigahara Holograph, Solanin, and What a Wonderful World. I love his art style because he can make something that looks so innocent, looks so dark and creepy. I love the way that his art sort of incorporates realistic values with sort of abstract values. You can see how he designs cityscapes to look very realistic, but then his characters look more cartoonish. My third favorite, I think, is Makoto Yukimura as well, who is the creator of Vinland Saga and Planets. Not only is Yukimura a great storyteller, but he has amazing artwork. My fourth favorite, I would say, is Aki Iri, who created Ran Tahairo no Sekai, or otherwise known as Ran and Her Grey World, as well as a sort of one-shot collection or anthology called Gunjo Gakusha, I think that's how you pronounce it. I just really appreciate Aki Iri's art style because it's so pretty and detailed. It's the sort of manga where if I'm really invested in the story, I still slow down to carefully examine the pages because the art style is just so pretty, I don't want to move on. And my last favorite mangaka would have to be Hirohiko Araki, who created JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love the way his art has evolved over time. The beginning, part 1, has a very 80s style that I really like, and thereon it develops into his own style. When you get to part 4, the faces he draws becomes sort of more angular and more grungy looking. And then all the way up to where we are now at part 7 and part 8, I really love his art style and how it has become more distinct, and you can tell that Araki has created these characters. I think these parts are where he really shines. His characters seem to have more human traits to them, and the way he designs their body shapes is a lot more realistic than before. Even though the poses aren't exactly as realistic as they could be, I just really like the way that he designs everything that he does. The next comment is from Rever C, who gave me a few questions. The first one was, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Is there something you really wish you had in your anime or manga collection? Where do you see yourself in 5 years or want to see yourself? And what are other hobbies you have besides collecting manga and anime? So I was inspired by all of the manga and anime and haul videos that I would watch constantly. I really wanted to get out there and become a part of the community, but I don't really use social medias like Twitter or Instagram. So I thought this was one way to like find friends who also enjoy the same things as me, because I don't really have a lot of like in-person friends who enjoy anime or manga. So it's nice to finally be able to talk with you guys who comment on my videos, to like see what anime and manga you enjoy, and to receive recommendations for myself. As for something I really wish I had in my collection, anime wise, I really wish that I had the second box set for Fate Zero. The anime isn't something that I especially love or is my favorite. I did enjoy it though, and I just hate that I only have the first box set and not the second one. But they're just so expensive. I think they run for like $150 to $200, and that's just, anyways. I also wish that I had more Japanese volumes like Aoharu Ride and Randahiro no Sekai. A lot of shoujo that I love will probably never get English releases of, which sucks so bad, but I would like to have more Japanese volumes just to own my favorite mangas. I also would like to collect more Naoki Urasawa manga because I really want to read Monster and 20th Century Boys and Pluto. And the last question was, so where do you see yourself in 5 years, or want to see yourself? In 5 years, I'll be turning 28, so I see myself hopefully with my master's in accounting. I want to settle down in Washington someday because this is my home and I love it here, but I would like to live in another state or another country for a while just to branch out. But the last thing I really... I also want a dog, a cat, and a rabbit that I can take out on walks with leashes. So those 3 things I see myself in 5 years. So other hobbies I have are video games. I love watching films, reading books, drawing, and music. And I read quite a lot, which I get from my mother because our house is just filled with books on every corner. And for some reason, neither of us buy bookshelves, so all of our books are just everywhere. So Flaming Ryoko Alchemist says, this is my question. How long have you been collecting manga? What is your favorite manga that you read and favorite artist or author? Do you have advice on buying a lot of manga? I try to get as many as I can. So as I've said, I've been collecting manga for 3 years, I think, and I will post my anime list in the description below so you can check out my favorite manga, or most of my favorites, because narrowing them down to 10 is kind of hard. I'll also put right here my favorite manga just to have it on this video. But from 10 to 1, my favorites are Chocolat, Planets, Gunju Gakusha, Dawn of the Arcana, Vinland Saga, Nana, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean, Oyasumi Punpun or Goodnight Punpun, Randahiro no Sekai, and my favorite manga is Aoharu Ride. The reason why I didn't put Hunter x Hunter as my favorite manga is because it's also my favorite anime, so I don't want to like put that for both because that'd be kind of lame. I've already said who my favorite mangakas are, and the advice I have on getting manga is always look for deals, never settle for one specific source without looking at others, because one outlet could be cheaper than the other. You would never know if you'd only checked from just one source. And also the fact that a volume on Amazon can be a lot cheaper because their prices kind of fluctuate sometimes. You could also try out Barnes & Noble, or you could try local libraries or local thrift shops for prices. And if you're trying to get as many as you can, that's awesome, but just make sure that you're spending your money wisely, because I know what it's like to get carried away. There are a lot of sales that happen at different times of the year, so if you're planning on like buying a specific volume, you might want to wait for, like, say right now would be a perfect time because of the December Christmas sales. A lot of manga will always be there. I would only stress time management if like the manga you're looking for is pretty old or it's going out of print. Next question is from the Golden Rose 333. Hi, here's my question in case you do a Q&A. What do you study in university? I am currently studying library and information science at university in Sweden. So first off, I think it's super cool that we're able to communicate with you being in Sweden and me being in Washington. I am in school for accounting. Christian Thomas asks, what is your favorite sports anime? Mine is Haikyuu. Well, that's a coincidence because my favorite sports anime is also Haikyuu. To tell you the truth, I haven't really watched that many sports anime. The only other one that I enjoy is Diano Ace, or Diamond of Ace, or Ace of Diamond. Can't remember really the name. It's a fun baseball anime. It's just really long, so you have to invest a lot of time to really get into it. But I would definitely say that Haikyuu is the best, and I definitely think we need a 4th season like right now. Next comment is from Jet Park. My questions are, how old are you? How tall are you? And what ethnicity are you? I am 19, 5'11", and Korean and white. Also, what are your favorite movies and TV shows? Mine are The Dark Knight and Game of Thrones. So firstly, I am 22 years old. I will be turning 23 in a few months, and I am 5'4", and I am white and Filipino. I have a lot of favorite movies anime-wise. I love Redline, The End of Evangelion, Narawareta Gakuen, Howl's Moving Castle, The Girl Who Lived Through Time, Akira. The list just goes on and on. I love anime movies, but if we're not talking anime, then my favorite movies ever are Interstellar, E.T., and The Little Mermaid. And series-wise, I love Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, Star Wars movies, and Back to the Future movies. My favorite TV shows that are like completed are Breaking Bad and Courage the Cowardly Dog. My favorite shows that are currently airing right now are Game of Thrones and BoJack Horseman. Jet Park also commented, another question, what kind of music do you listen to, or who is your favorite artists? I'm just like everybody else, I listen to all sorts of music. And as for my favorite artists, I have a lot that I'm really too lazy to name, but my favorite of all time is Kid Cudi. And the current favorites that I've been listening to recently are Amine and Otis Redding. And the last comment I received is from Kid Named Jack. If I didn't say it yet, major congrats on 300. I plan on doing a Q&A vid when I come back. My question, are you an anime watcher who skips openings or watches and cherishes them? LOL, I usually watch them myself. I have so many fond memories from just remembering an anime's opening. One Piece is a good example of that. Just nostalgia ultra. Oh, I love that mixtape. That brings me memories. I am an anime watcher who watches openings and sometimes cherishes them, but I always watch the openings. I hate skipping them, and I hate when I watch with someone and they skip them, or I watch like Netflix or something and it skips them. I have to watch them. After listening to them so many times as I watch, I do eventually start to like them. I have fond memories from all the Naruto openings. And those are all the questions that I have received. I am so sorry again that it took so long to get this video out, and I'm sorry if this video kind of runs long. I tend to talk a lot when I talk about manga and anime, but thank you to everyone who asked me anything and who got me to make this video in the first place. Thank you for subscribing. It was really nice getting to know you and giving out a little more information on myself. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!